Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is Carter from CBH Sports, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be reacting to the to Arkansas football hiring Ryan Silverfield. uh, Excuse me, as their 35th football coach in program. Uh, History and outlining the off season. Let's take it. I actually wrote notes for what I'm going to talk about in this video. I don't love to just kind of go right off of a script when I make these videos, but no, only when I'm doing, like, let's say a bracketology video. Of course, I write the list of teams for the bracketology. I talk about it, and there we go. So it'll be kind of like that. Let's take it back to last Wednesday. I'm filming this on Friday, December 5th. Let's go back to Wednesday, November 26th. Um, at that point, a lot of SEC media personalities talking down on Arkansas. Um, oh, sorry, guys. First, I need to thank Sam Pittman for everything that he did for the program. Um, Guy that I became good friends with as I got to know some of their staff members, and um, we wish Sam the best of luck in his future endeavors. I think his career is gonna end in Fayetteville. I think he's living in uh uh hot springs, live in the lap of luxury. So you don't have to worry about Sam, but we want to thank Sam for everything that did for the program, even though it ended the way that no one wanted it to. So let's go back to last Wednesday. Everybody in SEC media talking negatively about the Arkansas job because the search had gone on. Yurchek's athletic director Hunter Yurchek's search had gone on for, at that point, almost 2 months. So, and when you are the losingest SEC football program since Bobby Petrino got fired back in the spring of 2012, then it's okay to kind of talk about it like that. So, um, 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 and at that point, a good friend of mine at the 103.7 The Buzz, named uh, Trey Shapp, reported that that South Florida coach Alex Golish had accepted the Arkansas job. I got excited, um, but I knew that because it was leaked out and not officially confirmed and announced by the university, Golish wasn't. I knew it may not come to be true. Of course, I was right. Um, South Florida had a game on Saturday, last Saturday. Filmed this on Friday, December 5th, like I said. And um, and and after South Florida won, I believe, um, and Golish addressed the rumors in the post game press conference, said that he hadn't accepted anything, and I think because it came out eventually. You look at the Auburn job. Auburn announces on Sunday morning that they've hired Alex Golish, who was Tennessee's offensive coordinator under Josh uh, Heupel in his first 2 seasons there. Went to South Florida to turn that program around. He turned it around. Um, and the three, and so we went to Silverfield. Ryan Silverfield was named the 35th uh, head coach in Razorback football program history. Silverfield is one of four new coaches from outside of the conference. Of course, Lane Kiffin leaving to go to Arkansas's rival LSU. So Ole Miss promoted from within house Pete Golding, the defensive coordinator. I believe it's four new Auburn, Arkansas. Oh, it may only be three. Yeah, three new. I'm sorry, guys. All three of those coaches from the American Conference. They took athletic out of their name in the last few months. Like I said, Arkansas Silverfield from Memphis went 50-25 in his 6 seasons tenure. Then you look at Alex Golish from South Florida went to Auburn, and Tulane's John Summerall went to Florida. Beside the point, after Silverfield was officially hired on Sunday afternoon, former Razorback offensive lineman Travis Swanson commended the hire, saying Silverfield is a great football coach. There were commenters that said on the tweet that all these players said the same things about Sam Pittman. That's true, but we'll just have to see. The official announcement that one of my mentors made, the football communications director, Kyle Parkinson, the official announcement when Silverfield was officially hired, said that that the official announcement mentions a new and significant financial investment in the football program has been made. We'll get to that when we talk about the press conference from yesterday. So Silverfield's introductory press conference on Monday. All these coaching. Silverfield's Ryan Silverfield setting his staff up. All these coaching reports are all reports. They aren't official yet. Memphis is had strength and conditioning coach Noah Franklin is coming over reportedly, according to CBS Sports. That's what all the coaching reports are from that I got, at least. Franklin was an offensive lineman that played at both Oklahoma State, and in the NFL. And he was Silverfield's strength and conditioning coach at Memphis for his entire tenure. Um, that was the only coaching move reported on Monday. Um, then on Wednesday, the early signing period for high school athletes came through, and the big thing that Sam Pittman didn't do as the uh, head football coach of the University of Arkansas is he didn't get four or more of the top 10 in-state recruits in Fayetteville, or no, not in Fayetteville, in the state of Arkansas, and Silverfield got four of them early to flip from other programs early in the week on Monday. Defensive lineman Danny Beal, the third, the top overall prospect in the in the state of Arkansas, flipped from Oklahoma State. Then Bryant linebacker Ja'Cory Smith uh, flipped from Oklahoma. And then another Bryant running back, TJ Hodges, flipped from Missouri. And to me, that is the biggest one because Missouri coach Eli Drinkwitz is from Alma, Arkansas, and in his 6 seasons in Columbia, he has done a great job at getting Arkansas kids and preventing them to go to Fayetteville. And then finally, another Arkansas kid, defensive lineman Anthony Kennedy Jr., came over from Miami. So 4 in-state flips in just a week or less than a week for the new head Razorback, Ryan Silverfield. Then yesterday, on Thursday, Ryan Silverfield. I should mention on Wednesday night when Arkansas beat Louisville in the ACC SEC Challenge. Ryan Silverfield was introduced at halftime of the game. And I sent a video of it on Wednesday in the blog chat, so go and check that out if y'all want to. But the press conference on Thursday got off to a good start. When top defensive lineman Quincy Rhodes Jr. And quarterback KJ Jackson announced that they would both be back for another season. Rhodes for his final season, for his senior season, and KJ Jackson for his third year of eligibility, but he will be a redshirt sophomore. So, both big as well. At the end of the press conference, receivers C.J. Brown announced the intentions to come back, as well as fullback and tight end Maddox Lassiter within the last 6 or 7 hours, announced that he was coming back. So big returners there. In addition, there have been a lot of the Razorbacks that are posting photos on Twitter that maybe signify that they're coming back, but nothing is official kind of on them yet. Then this morning, I should mention also in the press conference of note, athletic director Juracek and Silverfield, they talked about that financial gain that is coming into the program being implemented in or whatever. They said it will be seen most in the assistant coaching pool. And before I read off the names of the coaches that are only reportedly coming to Fayetteville, and based on what I've seen from Arkansas media, it's not that it's not as impressive of a group if this is what it ends up being. But not all these coaches, they haven't filled every position yet. I know, of course, but the ones that I've seen, it's good. But don't say something at a press conference if it's not going to be true. That's all. And that's bias. It could be very, very true. Next fall Arkansas goes 8-4 for all we know, but that's not likely. Anyway, the other thing important from the press conference that I took away, at least from when I was watching yesterday, is that Ryan Silverfield said that Arkansas will get its best signing class in program history in 2027 under his guidance. So a lot of big claims from Silverfield in the introductory press conference yesterday. Moving on to more reported coaching hires. Most of them were this morning. Again, all of this according to CBS Sports. Arkansas is hiring Memphis offensive coordinator Tim Cramsey. Cramsey led the Memphis offense to a top 25 national ranking in each of the last 4 seasons. So good things there. Moving on, Arkansas is expected to also hire Memphis wide receivers coach Larry Smith. So Smith was a quarterback at Vanderbilt and has produced has produced first team all conference receivers each of the last 3 years at Memphis. In addition, Nick Matthews, a senior offensive analyst, is going to reportedly come over, who has worked with quarterbacks in the past with Silverfield. Matthews formerly worked at Arkansas, so a lot of familiarity there. If that's what ends up uh, happening, I'd say I'm most impressed with Cramsey on the offense. At least right now, I'll do some more digging as we get get closer to spring football. Um, and moving on to the defensive hires reported. Um, 1 second, yes. Well, and we have more offensive hires actually after this, but Arkansas is at the point of the report targeting Ron Roberts to be its defensive coordinator. The Florida defensive coordinator led a good unit this year. They're middle of the pack in the SEC. They were good in some games. Roberts formerly was the defensive coordinator at both uh, Auburn and Baylor as well. And then I also really like this guy, the guy that Arkansas is reportedly going after should be the running backs coach, the Florida State running back coach, David Johnson, who's worked in Tallahassee since 2020. Previously worked in the SEC at Tennessee in 2018 and 2019. And yeah, so that's what's going on with the staff. Now I'm gonna be talking more just about my thoughts on what I think. Silverfield. A lot of people are saying this is very similar to a Chad Morris hire, and I will say this: this is not Chad Morris. I hope no one would wish that on Ryan Silverfield. The way that Silverfield uh, speaks gives much more conviction than Ryan or than Chad Morris. I'm just to be perfectly honest with you. A guy's confidence is important when you're coaching in the SEC. Silverfield led the Memphis to beat Arkansas in September of this year, but let's be honest, Silverfield didn't have a great season at Memphis this year. Went 8-4. All these Memphis fans were hoping that they would get someone new, and they're gonna need to. So it's gonna be interesting. Not to say that Silverfield won't be a good coach. Like I think there's a good chance of that being true, but we'll see. Now moving forward to the off season. Games that Arkansas has already scheduled. Sep, September 5th, the Razorbacks open open the regular season against North Alabama inside Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Then they go to Salt Lake City a week later on September 12th to face Utah. And then September 19th will either be a bye week or an SEC opponent, and then September 26th the Razorbacks host Tulsa. So that being said, um, next Thursday, Greg Sankey announced that the media availability at the SEC championship game in Atlanta yesterday, that the SEC football schedule for 2026 will be announced on December 11th, released on December 11th on the SEC network, beginning at 7 p.m. Central. Just know that few things to know. As I just said, those are the three non-conference games. They moved the Memphis game back to 2030 because if you have 4, then it wouldn't allow for the new 9-game SEC slate. So anyway, so Arkansas's three annual rivals, annual opponents over the next 3 seasons are Missouri, or LSU, Missouri, and Texas. LSU has been playing Oklahoma on the weekend after Thanksgiving in the Sooners transition. To the SEC, because Oklahoma and LSU are not annual opponents, they cannot play that game on annually Saturday after Thanksgiving. So the reports are Arkansas and LSU, the battle for the Golden Boot, will return to weekend after Thanksgiving. It won't be on Black Friday like it was in the CBS era for the SEC, because the CBS chose that game to be on Black Friday. Now that the SEC is under Disney, it will likely be on Saturday. Missouri will the battle line rivalry will likely move to earlier in the season, and Missouri will get Oklahoma all weekend after Thanksgiving. That will likely all be confirmed in the SEC in the schedule release next Thursday. Beyond that, like we'll find out which of the freshmen are enrolling early, and will be available to enroll in January for a semester early. Get up to Fayetteville for winter workouts and spring football. The hope is spring football will start in March, and then we'll go from there. The transfer portal will open on January 2nd, and be open through January the 16th. I'll make another video talking Arkansas football when the schedule drops next Thursday. I'm excited about it. I will also make another video here in the next few hours talking about my holiday blogs schedule, because I'll be, I'm in Little Rock, so I have the capability to make more content, and so um, it'll just me kind of talking about that, talking about my upcoming uh, so a lot to come um, over the next 24 48 hours and next month. So thank y'all for watching. It's been Carter from CBH Sports, and I'm signing out. Peace.